When our carefully and passionately made plans for our life are ruined by things that are out of our control, it can be debilitating, heart-wrenching, and downright revolting to even think about. You might be tempted to not even think about it at all anymore because it's so painful to face. But deep down, you know that no matter how long you take to address it, that wound is still there. And it's always at risk for festering because of lack of attention. And it really is a boundary between you and your best self. How do we get out of this trap? Is there any hope in dragging this dreadful thing out again? I'm Dana Hicks, a licensed clinical mental health counselor, and I have a story with 7 questions you can ask yourself to just notice where you are in this process of re-examination and perhaps gain some insight on the positive effects that might happen when you look at this dreadful situation with fresh eyes. So, I want you to know that there is hope. And the best way I can show you that is through a story of my own. So, my plan for life, my passion, my purpose in life was to be a school psychologist. From the time I was in high school, I knew this is what I'm going to do. I had a purpose, right? So, here's my little plan. I'm going to be a school psychologist. It's so neat and pretty, right? It's so together, right? And so I worked it. I worked that plan. I went to undergrad for that focus, and I went to grad school for that purpose. And in grad school, it's going on along just fine. So I thought, right? And late in the program, my professor looks at me and says, Dana, there is this one skill that you do not have, and it's kind of essential to be a school psych. So I can't let you be a school psychologist. What? Oh my gosh. Devastating. Ouch. What the heck? Right? So, this is what happened to my neat little plan. Watch out. Watch out. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait. Here it comes. Oh, ouch. Ouch. Can't you feel the pain? Can't you feel the pain? Ouch. Oh my gosh. Oh, shish. Look at that neat little, I've worked so hard on that. And now it's messed up. Oh my gosh. What the heck? Right? So, what I did was I decided to just put it away. It was just too painful. I'm just going to wad it up and just set it aside. Oh my goodness. So, that's what I did. For 2 whole years, I didn't even work in the field. I didn't talk about that subject at all because it was just too painful, right? So, 2 years of my life I spent working at a daycare. I was like, screw it. I'll just do something and get over it. Well, the time came that I could no longer ignore this issue. Financially and self-fulfillment wise. Like I got bored, right? So, with the help of my family and friends, I very gingerly gathered the courage to pick this up slowly but surely and open it up. Right? And ew. It's pretty ugly, right? It's ugly. Look at that. My neat little plan is all just messed up, right? Ew. Okay. But I was looking at it. That's the first step. I looked at it and I said, oh, that's still ugly. Yep, sure is. Hurts. But I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it. Okay. What I was able to notice was that there's still some intactness going on here, which symbolized, you know what, I still did earn a master's degree. When I looked at the jaggedness, even though it was uncomfortable, I was able to see it in a different light eventually, right? So not only did I see the inside, just the absence of what was, but I was able to see, can you see the green that's shining through there? I was able to see what was represented instead of what I planned to be there. So for me, that looked like being grateful for the process of elimination there, so that the skill that I didn't have was no longer going to be in my way when I actually did what I was meant to do. I didn't have to deal with the misery of not meeting that expectation for the long haul, right? So, and I realized that I ultimately got to actually a better job for me in the way my brain works. Because I don't do numbers very well, and psychology was all about numbers. So noticing that I was actually in the perfect job for me in the end was so healing. When I looked at it a second time. And if I hadn't looked at it a second time, I wouldn't know that, and I wouldn't be so healed from that experience. So questions I have for you about your journey is, number one, what was your perfect little plan that you had? And what was the rip that tore it? And what were those feelings that you experienced in response? And if you chose to avoid it, how did you do that? And what did you do instead? And if there was anything to encourage you or motivate you to try reaching out to that messed up little plan and seeing what was there, what would that be for you? Would it be family, friends? What would be hopeful for you as you reach out? Number 6 is, if there was some part of intactness left in that plan, what would that be for you? What part of that plan could you still stand on and build from there? 7 is, what insight might you be able to see this time when you look at it with fresh eyes? What could be the healing piece for you that you're able to see this time from a different perspective? So after you answer those 7 questions, notice, has there been any shift in your perception of re-examining your ruined plan? If so, how much shift is there? Say from 0 to 10. 0 being no shift at all. 10 being complete shift. And if there has been a shift, does it motivate you to take any action? And if so, what action? Feel free to let me know in the comments below. And feel free to share and subscribe with no strings attached.